Being able to track your activity and be accountable for your progress can give you the nudge you need to get moving and to get healthy. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and for many years, Fitbit has been pretty much the best when it comes to fitness and activity trackers. I've reviewed many of them and compared them to other trackers and smartwatches, and they are consistently the best. There's a Fitbit for nearly every need, every style, and every budget, and one of the newest is the simple, sleek Fitbit Inspire HR. I'm going to show you what it can do and what it can't, but first off, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. So what is Fitbit Inspire HR? It's Fitbit's newest budget activity and sleep tracker that you wear on your wrist. Unlike the regular Inspire, this one adds the ability to track and monitor your heart rate too, plus there's some other skills that we'll get to. While the regular Inspire sells for about 99 Canadian, the HR version is about 129, but either way, these are the least expensive Fitbits you can get. The Fitbit Inspire HR tracker comes with a basic silicone band and simplified monochromatic touchscreen display, but you can also customize different bands and add the colors and styles you want to match either your workout or your wardrobe. In the box, your Fitbit Inspire HR includes the tracker with a small wristband, a charging cable, and an additional large-size wristband. Usually setup's going to be a simple process. Before you do it, make sure your Fitbit app is up to date or download it fresh from the Apple Store or Google Play. If you already have a Fitbit tracker installed on your account, that could complicate your setup. The last couple of times I've added a new tracker, the app won't see the new device. The old one sticks in there. You may want to unlink or remove it from your account before you get underway. To begin setup, plug your new tracker in, then go to Settings, Add Device, and choose Inspire inside the Fitbit app. The app will search for the device, so you want to keep it close by. You may also need to install a firmware update, as I did, and it took quite a while to get the device set up and that firmware update installed, so you might want to be prepared and leave some extra time. When everything is ready, the app is going to tell you, and you'll see the current time displayed on your Fitbit. You can now put it on and get moving. You can also do things like turn on the move reminders that are going to nudge you if you've been sitting too long, and you can also set silent alarms that will buzz you at certain times too. There are really a lot of ways to get moving using your new Fitbit. Using either the touch screen to swipe through the screens on the device or the app, you can see your progress at any time. Fitbit Inspire HR will do things like track your activity, your steps. It'll also track your sleep. It can help you set up and meet goals and give you extra motivation. Now, this particular Fitbit will not track your floors climbed, but unlike the regular Inspire, it will track your sleep stages, so you can see when you're in REM sleep, deep sleep, or just basic light sleep. It can also track things like swimming and other activities, as well as the name implies, your heart rate. The HR version here will also track your pace and distance through your phone if you want it to, something the regular Inspire also can't do. It'll give you call, text, and calendar alerts right to your wrist, but same as the regular Inspire and similar to many other Fitbits. You can't reply to those alerts or respond to them. You'll need to go back to your phone for that. The Inspire and the Inspire HR also do not support Fitbit Pay. To get alerts, you'll need to make sure your Bluetooth is on your phone, and you'll need to turn on something called All Day Sync in Settings. When I was testing out my Inspire HR, I got call alerts okay, though they wouldn't display automatically. I'd get a short buzz on my wrist, and then I'd need to touch it to see what it said. Initially, after I set up the Fitbit Inspire HR, I wasn't getting my text messages, but strangely, a few hours later, they just started coming in. One other little tip here. You can calibrate your Fitbit Inspire HR to count your exact steps. It's not going to use a universal average like many other fitness trackers do. To calibrate your steps and adjust your stride length, go into Settings, Advanced Settings, and Stride Length in the Fitbit app here. You can choose to have it configured automatically, or you can input your specific stride length if you know it. I have found doing this makes Fitbits very wildly accurate. You can also change the clock face in the settings here in the app as well, choosing simple displays and fonts or the option of showing a bit more data. What does the Fitbit app do? The app is your command center for all your stats. You can check your steps, your sleep, and exercise at a glance. You can also sync it with a Fitbit scale like the Aria 2 and have it automatically track your weight. The Fitbit app launched female health tracking also not too long ago. It can track your periods and fertile days, as well as other things like mood and symptoms. Once you start adding your cycle, the app will give you an idea of when your period will fall in the future. Inside the app, you can also add goals like how much sleep you want to get and choose if you want your Fitbit to remind you that it's getting close to bedtime. A fully charged Fitbit Inspire here has a battery life of about 5 days. The battery is definitely long lasting and doesn't need as much attention as something like a smartwatch, which is nice. It charges up by clipping into a small cradle and then plugging into a USB port. Charging it fully takes about 1 to 2 hours. While the tracker charges, you can press the button at any time to check your battery level.
While the screen on the Inspire is small, it's easy enough to read. Plus, you can change the font size somewhat to make it easier if you need to. Swiping through the screens, you can see your steps, calories, active minutes, and total kilometers.
So who is the Fitbit Inspire HR for? The Inspire HR's price tag definitely makes it a more entry-level tracker, but it still does a lot. Plus, it doesn't boast the fancy color displays of some of the more expensive Fitbit models or other smartwatches. This version is definitely for those looking for something unobtrusive and not obvious to wear so they can keep tabs on their fitness and heart rate in particular.
How accurate is Fitbit Inspire HR? You can easily test it out by counting your steps in your head and then comparing that against the readout. If it's off at all, you can adjust your stride length inside the Fitbit app. As for sleep, I also found it to be very accurate, calculating my sleep stages to match when I might have woken up in the night. I've tried numerous Fitbits, and especially when calibrated, they're the most accurate fitness and activity tracker or smartwatch I've ever used. With heart rate, I guess it's hard to tell how accurate it is on its own, since I don't have an EKG or any kind of medical equipment to check it against.
Overall, the Fitbit Inspire HR gives you most of the smart features you want and all of the heart rate monitoring and fitness and activity tracking you need. I have recommended Fitbits for a long time because they're easy to set up and use, they work really well, they have a long battery life, and they're accurate as all get out, so I can definitely recommend this one too. If there's any downsides, it's just what this one is missing because it is the smaller, cheaper option. Things like Fitbit Pay, so you can leave your wallet at home. The screen is also pretty small, but again, these are all things you can get as you step up the Fitbit device ladder. This one is all about your budget. The Fitbit Inspire HR here sells for about 129 Canadian dollars, and you can get it from places like Best Buy or Amazon. If you want to read more about it, head over to techgadgetscanada.com, where I've got a full blog posted, and you can ask me any questions you have either there on the blog or here on the YouTube channel. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, since it does help me keep making more videos I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. I'm Erin. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram until the next time at ErinLYYC. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/TechGadgetsCanada.